What's up, AfterBuzz? It's Jeff Williams here with your AfterBuzz TV's Black Superhero Almanac, your first and only guide to black superheroes. In this edition, we're jumping across the pond as Blade's unique backstory takes us to the Soho Neighborhoods of London, England. Originally introduced as a supporting character, Blade, aka Eric Brooks, made his debut in Marvel Comics' The Tomb of Dracula #10. Now, fans of that story may remember a very different version of the Daywalker. Gene Collins, the artist behind Blade, said that he based the character off a feature of a composite of black actors, including NFL star turned actor Jim Brown. He was initially sporting a 1970s afro with weird twin peaks on the side. It would have been different. But born in a whorehouse in the Soho neighborhoods of London, England in 1929 to parents Lucas and Tyra Cross, his father Lucas was actually a member of the secret society of Tyrania, and he sent his then pregnant wife to England before she was taken prisoner. There, she would take the name of Vanessa Brooks, and she found shelter under the brothel Madame Vanity. Sadly, things went from bad to worse. Vanessa started experiencing severe labor complications, and in need of help, they summoned a doctor who ended up being vampire Deacon Frost. And he would go on to feast on his mother's body while giving birth to Eric. However, this feasting would inadvertently pass a certain vampire enzyme to the infant. These enzymes would enter Blade's bloodstream, tainting him with a vampire kiss, but not fully converting him. In other words, he was half human, half vampire, which gave him a prolonged lifespan and the ability to sense supernatural creatures. Roaming the streets of London one night as a young kid, Eric saw an old man getting attacked by 3 vampires and ended up saving him. Jamal Fari, the old man, ended up finding out about Eric's past and deciding to train him in both music and combat to become the vampire slayer we know today. Unfortunately, down the line, Blade would end up being the one to kill his mentor Jamal Fari after Dracula himself turned Fari into a vampire. Although Blade's storyline starts in Europe, he's seen teaming up with some of Marvel's biggest heroes. During the Night Stalker storyline, Doctor Strange actually arranged the reforming of Borderline Inc., also known as the Night Stalkers, which would include Blade, Hannibal King, and Frank Drake. Now, this group would go on to team up with the likes of Ghost Rider, Blaze, and Morbius. Later in the Daywalker storyline, Blade followed Morbius to New York. While there, Blade would team up with Spider-Man to take on Morbius, but end up being bitten by the living vampire. Little did he know that bite would unexpectedly grant Blade with vampire strength while eliminating any weaknesses inherent to a vampire, the most notable one being sunlight, which made way for a nickname, Daywalker. Blade would go on to fight alongside many others in the Marvel Universe, gaining himself a gun hand to replace the missing one during the Civil War storyline and assisting X-Men in capturing vampire specimens for the X-Club during the Curse of Mutants. Now, I don't know about you, but this doesn't sound like a supporting character to me. Blade has resonated so well with fans that it was only right Wesley Snipes portrayed the vampire hunter in live action, eventually becoming an iconic trilogy. But almost 21 years after the first movie came out, the MCU finally has announced that they will see Blade in the MCU, played by Mahershala Ali. If you're a bigger fan of Blade and many other black superheroes, pass this on to your friends. And if I left anything out or if there's any other black superheroes you want spotlighted, let me know in the comments below. I'm Jeff Williams with AfterBuzz TV's Black Superhero Almanac.